What does it look like to make $7,294 a month when you own a business? Right? So that's my question. What does that look like? What is it like? And a little while ago, we actually hit that number here in my business. It was pretty exciting. But it wasn't like as exciting as it seems. I want to kind of explain that, how that works. So when I was back, when I first started in college in 2008, kind of trying to do stuff online, I read the book 4-Hour Work Week and the book, hi Luciani, 4-Hour Work Week and the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which are both great books. You should read them. So I read these two books and I'm like, whoa, this is so cool. All these cool ideas. And oh wow, I'm going to do this, right? I don't have to go to work, come home, go to bed, go to work, come home, go to bed. There's a different way of earning money and making money and having a life. I can do this. It was great. So I'm like, I started trying to do it and it didn't work very well. And then it didn't work very well. And then it still didn't work very well. Until finally I landed a contract with a company in Japan, and I started working for them online, kind of freelance stuff. I'm independent contractor doing this stuff. I'm making lots of money, working from home, spending time with my kids and my family, and we're traveling whenever we want. It was great. It was awesome. But this thing kept happening, and I'm like, I get paid all this money, and then it's gone. I get paid, and then it's gone. What is going on here? This is a little frustrating. It kept just disappearing every time. Like, why? What's going on? And after months of this, and actually even a couple of years of this, I finally kind of sat down and realized, I'm like, I don't know how to manage the money. I don't know what I'm doing with the money. I'm good at what I do in the freelance stuff, but I don't know how to do this money. I'm like, I don't get it. So I spent a lot of time researching, and that actually particular contract fell apart because I didn't know how to manage money. It's my fault. And then I got a couple other jobs, and those didn't really work out well, again, because I didn't really know how to manage the money, etc. And this was a really consistent, kind of frustrating situation for me. And a couple of years ago, I launched my business again, in a different area, but I launched a business again, and it started having success. I'm like, sweet, I fixed it. Now I know what's going on. Started making good money. I hit, that number right there, that 7,000. I actually did that, right? That's a real number. And I'm working through this, and I'm like, sweet. So I start pulling the money out of the business, and then the business starts going down. I'm like, no, it's happening again. Don't do that. And I remember walking around in a bedroom. I'm walking around inside my house. I'm like, no, not again, not again. I don't want this to happen again. Why? Why is this happening again? And I'm listening to podcasts. I'm looking at finance books. I'm like, why? What's going on? And I finally it hit me. I'm like, there's the way that you manage money as a business owner, the way that businesses manage their money is actually different than the way that normal people manage their money. And you need to learn that way, the business way. As a business owner, when I say, hey, I've got $7,000 a month, my business, right, generated $7,000 a month, it does not mean that I have $7,000 in my pocket. Okay? That's not what it means. When you hear these big numbers from these online entrepreneurs and they have, I made $15,000 this month or $100,000 this month, that is not usually $100,000 in their pocket. For some of them it is, right? For some of those very, very successful people it is. Hey, Augusto. But for most of the online people, that's just not the reality. They'll pull in $7,000 and most of that money stays in the business, or at least it should. Okay. Now, I'm not an accountant. I don't want to give financial advice. I've learned that, right? I've already explained I'm not great with the money side, right? But I have learned from people who are successful that you never take more than 50% out of your business. Okay, so that's tip one. Never take more than 50% out of your business. So if you made $10,000 in the month in your business, at least 5,000 of that stays in the business. Okay, no matter what, just stays there. Okay, don't take it out, don't spend it. It's just there, right? Use it to pay your expenses, to purchase new equipment, to pay for business things. That is the business's money. It stays there, okay? The other half can come to you, but I wouldn't suggest that. Okay, the best way of doing these kinds of things that I've learned, again, from people who are more successful at this than I, are you take your $10,000 or your $7,000, you pay all of your expenses, your business expenses, whatever those are. For some people, they've got tons of expenses. For other people, just a little bit. So that's always different, okay, depending on who it is. But then, so you pay all of those expenses first. Done. Always the first thing you do, pay the expenses. After that, whatever you have left, right, that's your, however big that is, right? That's your profit, okay? With that profit, you take that, and again, half of that should stay in the business, okay? So whatever that ends up being, half of that stays in the business. The other half of that, you might take some of it to yourself, but I personally would take that other half, split it in half again, and put that into like a business savings account, okay? So you have business profit that runs for future business things, and then business savings, because there's always something coming. There's always something wrong that happens in business and in life. So you've got to have, just like you have a savings account for yourself, you have to have a savings account for your business. What if something goes wrong? What if something breaks? What if a really good opportunity shows up and you need some money for it in order to invest? If you don't have that little savings account, you can't, okay? So you always need to be ready for those kinds of things. And you have to have a savings account for that. And then, last of all, in the little pennies underneath, then you get your money out of it, right? So you go $10,000, let's say I've got, $3,000 of expenses, okay? So that gives me $7,000 left over. Half of that stays in the business. That's $3,500 stays in the business, okay, over here. And then the next half, $3,500, okay, that goes, okay, half of that's going to be, I can't do the math very well, sorry, it's $1,750. Is that right? I think that's right. Put that into a business savings account, and then for you get $1,750. That's your actual paycheck for that month, okay? Now, why do I say this? One, because it's just smart, right? Take care of your money, or your money will not take care of you. That lifestyle that you want, being able to travel where you want and when you want and how you want and work at home with your kids, all of that kind of stuff is paid for by your business. And if you pull the money out of your business will die, and then so will your lifestyle and the things that you want to have. So you have to take care of that business first, okay? Make sure that it is alive and healthy. It's got all the money it needs, because if it has that money, then you can have the money and you can have the lifestyle that you need. Okay, that's the first thing. The other kind of fear or concern that I want to share is I see a lot of people, they'll build a course, right, in particular, a course on programming or a course on language or a course on, I don't know, typing, whatever. They build some kind of a course, get it up online, start selling it, and they make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and they're like, sweet, I'm making more money than I did in my day job. I quit. So they lose their day job because they're thinking that $2,000 is just going to go straight into their pocket. And that's not safe, because if they do that, they've now robbed their company, robbed their business of all the money, the flow, the health, the energy that it needs to be successful and grow. So if you take all that money out, it's going to die, right? Just like you pulling the water out of a plant or something like that, it just dies. So you have to keep putting the money in, or letting the money stay in, put it that way, for your business to grow. And if you pull it out, it's going to die, right? And I've seen people do that. Oh, I'm selling Facebook ads or something like that. I've made a ton of money. Great, I quit. And then they pull all the money out of the Facebook ads, and then now they don't have any money to run the Facebook ads, and things fall apart. Now they don't have a job, and they don't have anything, and it falls apart. Hey, Pat, nice to see you. So please be careful with that, right? Be careful with the money. Always be sure to deal with your finances, or they will deal very harshly with you, okay? Take care of your business, take care of your money, and you will be successful, okay? Follow this. Again, this advice that I gave is not mine. This is from somebody else who is very successful, so I'm trying to follow her advice and sharing it with you guys as well. Take care of that money, take care of your business, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I will talk to you guys another day. I hope that was helpful. If you liked it, post in the comments underneath, put a like or a love or whatever underneath. If you have any questions about it, post underneath as well. I will respond to you. And I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you another day. Bye.